Hey, what's up everyone? In this video we're taking a look at the new Adidas Adizero Pro. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Fordy Runs. Now if this is your first time at Fordy Runs, I want you to smash that pink button down there that says subscribe on it. Go to our Facebook page and join the Fordy Runs running community and check out the description. There's loads of cool things down there, including a link to these. So this week we've got the Adidas Adizero Pro on the channel, so let's get stuck in. Right guys, so here it is, the Adidas Adizero Pro. Now a little warning to my American friends out there, I'm probably going to drop the Adidas for Adidas during this video. It's just over here in the UK we call it Adidas and it may annoy you. Let me know in the comments how much it annoyed you and I'll check that out. So this is the Adidas Adizero Pro. This is the carbon plated racing shoe from Adidas. There is another shoe out which you can't get for love nor money, which is the Adidas Adizero Pro, which is like this high stack, more sort of Vaporfly, Alpha Fly looking shoe. This sits below that. This is more like an Asics Meta Racer. It's one of these sort of hyper shoes that have come out, although price wise this is definitely a notch down from some of the other shoes available. Now before we get into how it feels and what I think about it, let's get into some of the stats and some of the features like we always do on the channel. I think the first thing to talk about is the midsole. You've got elements of the boost in the heel and running through the shoe, but you've also got the Adidas, the new midsole, which is the light strike. The carbon plate is like a nylon carbon infused plate, which is like a wishbone shape, and we'll get onto that. You've got on the outsole the Adiwear rubber, so you've got a nice sort of protective rubber on the outsole. And then running up the foot, we'll come on to that, is this quick stripe DSP, and I'll show you it in a second. The upper is this very cool Cellar Mesh, which is totally translucent. Then you've got the heel stack of 39.5 millimeters, the forefoot's 29.5, so you've got a 10mm drop. The shoe is nice and light at 8.3 ounces, and this is £160, which I don't think is too bad. So it's, I say, it's in line with like the Saucony Endorphin Speed, the Meta Racer is a little bit more expensive, but it's in that sort of bracket. We're not getting up to like the £200 of the Pro and the obviously the Alpha Fly, which is just ridiculous at £260. So firstly, I don't know whether it's coming out on the camera with the lights, but the upper on this Cellar Mesh or whatever it's called, is awesome. It is so breathable. It is a really cool material, and it's just, well, it's just like you haven't got anything on. It's just, yeah, it just feels, I don't know whether it's coming through. Maybe where's my phone? Look, let me see if I can do it. I did this on another video. Whether that's going to come through, hopefully it does. Maybe it doesn't. Look, if I do it through there, maybe you see it. It's really, really breathable and it's super awesome. The shoe's nice and light, as you'd expect from this racing shoe. As I said just a second ago, you've got the combination of the light strike, which, if you've not seen it, check out my review on the Adidas SL20. It's a nice lightweight material that they're using in the midsole to give you that pop. You've got the boost as well in it, so you're getting a nice combination of the two, along with the plate, so you're getting a nice kick. What else to say about the shoe, really, that's going to interest you? I suppose the fit is probably key. I actually found this, I mean, it's true to size, 9.5 UK for me, but I actually found it, and I don't know whether it's the upper, but it just seemed to be quite roomy. But it's not the wrong fit, but it's just, I don't know, maybe it's the upper. It just seems to give you a lot of flex and a lot of, yeah, movement. It's some racing shoes, you sort of, they just lock you down and you don't notice it, but I did notice the upper. But say maybe it's the material that they've used. But yeah, there's plenty of room in there, true to size. It's not narrow in any way, I wouldn't say that at all. Around the heel area is a little bit cushioned, but you know, just the right amount for, let's say, a racing shoe. Tongue is, well, it's just, well, hang on, where is it? Let me show you. It's attached there, but it's just nice and thin and you don't notice it. Nice traditional lacing. And what's cool on this shoe, and again, you can really see, hopefully on the camera, these little lace holes here, so you can really dial it down and lock it down nice and tight. Now, I didn't get into that because I found it, and even without a runner's knot, absolutely fine. No heel slippage, no nothing, no heat spots or anything like that. It just fitted me really nice. I say the only annoying thing was this sort of feeling that there's, I don't know, just a little bit too much room. But yeah, so the lacing's really cool, but you can really dial it down with what they've added here. The outsole. So you've got the Continental rubber as featured on most of the Adidas shoes. You've got this, what was it called? I can never remember the name of it. Adiwear rubber, that's it. And then you've got like this quick stripe, I think they called it. So it's like little ridges of rubber going up the shoe. Can you see that? So again, it's all about adding elements of traction, but trying to save weight. You've got exposed boost there as well going through. I don't know if you can see that as well. And then you've got the light strike there. So yeah, it's kind of a cool invention. It's literally, look, two strips of it. So they're looking to give you traction, but they've tried to shave weight by just putting these little rubber elements on there. And then I say you've got that at the back as well. So there's plenty of traction on there. I ran these in the wet today as well, and it was absolutely fine. Although my feet, as you'd expect, did get very wet. But that's okay. I don't mind that because this is a racing shoe. And you know, if you're out there racing, you're going to probably get wet. So what did I think? Well, I've got to be honest with you. I'm not that impressed. I'm going to put that straight out there. It just feels, and this is going to sound stupid, I'm going to get hammered for it, but it just feels like the Adidas SL20. I can't see really that you would want to spend £160 on this shoe. Now, I'm not a massive Adidas fan, okay? I've never really, the Ultra Boost was a bit of a dud for me. The SL20s is probably the one that sort of bucked the trend. But the rest of the shoes don't really do much for me. I've not tried the Boston, so I'm going to say I'm going to get rinsed for it. But that is apparently a very good shoe. But I was left feeling a little bit like, is that it? Is that all you've got? It didn't feel particularly fast. It was light-ish, but not like, you know, like you want to just go and race. The midsole was okay, but it just felt the same as a SL20, which is just ridiculous. The plate, you know, I think there was somebody said that the athletes, when they designed this, were saying, you know, they get the impact from it at like 30 degrees or something, so it's tuned to that. And maybe again, I go back to, I think I made it a point in one of the other videos, these shoes aren't designed for me, okay? I'm not an elite runner. I'm not a particularly fast runner. I buy these shoes to try and make me go faster, right? So I totally appreciate that this is not for me. I'm also probably not very well suited to this, in the respects that this is probably more aimed at people who do, you know, hit the ground at the front of their shoes. Like if you saw the video I did with Michael, who's a 2-hour 50 marathon runner, he's always on his toes and he's always powering through. This is probably suit him much more than me. And I think that's probably what's wrong with this. This is not a good combination, not a good partnership between me and this shoe. So if you're like me, an everyday runner, and you're looking for one of these shoes to try and push you through your PBs and you know the barriers that you want, I would maybe look elsewhere than this. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with this shoe, but I just think it's more suited to, and I don't like to use the word, but like elites and those sort of people who probably would get more out of this. Although I still believe for those, there are other better shoes out there. For example, the Asics Meta Racer, I think is a much better shoe than this. So yeah, I was left, guys, a little bit sort of, well, just unimpressed.